the problems between Lola and Nelly is they're a little redirected aggression, especially when people come to the door. So what we're doing is we're practicing, and we have Nelly is actually in the kennel because we don't want to have a fight. So what we're doing is we're going to practice having somebody at the door. So the guardian's going to stay right there. I'm going to walk over here, and you can hear Nelly. Stay right there. I want to have that distance so you can see us both. So coming right over here. Now, a lot of times what happens is we rush the door. And like I talked about off camera, that when we move really fast, just trying to stop the barking, that tells the dogs that we're unbalanced ourselves. So if I open the door with the dog right here, the dog looks at me as assisting. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to establish a boundary that the dog is not going to cross off of the wood here. Now we have barking there. I'm not disagreeing with the barking. At this point, all I want them to do is establish this boundary. Now I'm going to keep my hips pointed at the dog. So when I walk backwards to the door, I stop in between each step and I pick it up. If it stays in place, I can take a step back. When I get to the door itself, I have several things that are triggers. Sounds that precede the door open that generally cause the dog to come over. She's now over here. So my rule would be that the dog can't cross the line from where the tile goes into the kitchen, the hallway goes to the kitchen, or right here. Now I'm going to stop in between each foot, in between each step, and keep my hips pointed at the dog. I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to help the dog practice not coming forward when they hear this individual step, which normally means the door is about to open. Same thing with this one. Now we have a jingle bell, so I'm going to ring the jingle. I'm going to make all the sounds that normally would happen. When I open it a crack, and then I wait. I'm keeping my hips pointed at the dog. Then I'm going to open it behind me. Now we have the little dog here, but the little dog is not a problem, so I'm ignoring the little dog for the purpose of this. I don't know if you can actually see my feet right now. So again, if the dog crosses the threshold, I rapidly move directly at the dog, and I don't stop until they get back across the line. Now once I come here, again, I'm showing my butt to my guest. So this is why it's helpful if you have family members, neighbors, and friends play the part of a guest and practice this. And right now we're practicing with one of the dogs in the kennel so we don't have any dangerous situations. Molly is staying right?
Lola.
What? Lola, sorry, is staying behind. She's even around the corner. She didn't see. So now I have the same thing for this door. As soon as I did that, she kind of took a step. Actually, why don't you come in here real quick? And then walk backwards to the kitchen, go into your sink. So you can, and then crouch down so you can kind of see me and the dog simultaneously. Now, I might be blacked out because it's very bright here. We wouldn't want to normally do this. For camera purposes, this is the only good view. So now I'm going to invite the guest to come in. Come on in. I'm going to step forward in front of the guest. Now, normally I would block the dog, and not, like I said, the dog's not allowed to be in this area. For her, I would maybe practice it with her separately, with each dog separately, so that you can really focus on each dog individually. Now, if I have somebody that comes over as not a dog person, and you can come a little bit closer now, the dog person doesn't have to worry about interacting with the dog, so the dogs are not allowed to cross this threshold or that threshold. This is a no dog zone. So I'm just going to address each individual dog. Now, when you have multiple dogs, a lot of times we try to do two dogs at the same time, and then they just go around us. So we practice with one dog individually so they understand when somebody's at the door, I'm not allowed to be in this area. The rest of the time I can go in this area, no problem. But when somebody's at the door, my human is answering the door, my job is to defer, give space. That space helps the dog feel more relaxed because the intensity is not so much because I'm further away from the stimulus. The human is under control of the situation. Again, leader or security for the pack is typically handled by an authority figure. And we're doing this in a structured way so the dogs now know what behavior we want them to do. Right now, we just don't want them to fight or run out. But those aren't really, we're not teaching them how to do it. This is teaching them. So as soon as they approach it, I hiss and move towards them. As soon as they stop, if they don't cross the line, then I don't have to approach. But as soon as they cross the line, I rush towards them and I don't stop until they get across the line. All right, so this is how we would claim the area around the door.